Hi, I'm Teresa Reavers. I'm case manager in the Women's Life Recovery. And it never fails. The power of this night is so amazing. It's so humbling. It brings tears to my eyes every time to see all of our people who have changed their lives. It's amazing. I feel honored to be here every day. And it is a great honor for me tonight to be able to introduce the three ladies who are going to give their testimony. First is Vicki Bird. Lisa Salisbury. And Catherine Hill.
Hi, my name is Vicki Bird. I was born in High Point, North Carolina, where I lived with my grandma off and on until I was 5 years old. My grandmother was killed in a car accident, so my brother and I went to live with our parents. This was a home filled with much trauma, alcohol, and drugs, so there was no rescue for me from all the pain and hatred that had filled my heart. When I turned 12, I was put into a foster home. For the first time, I received love with no strings attached. My new parents just wanted to love and care for me. Later, my dad got custody of me and was very abusive. So at 16, I ran away and lived on the streets. This is when I started the drug and alcohol use. Over the years, I've lost custody of 3 of my 5 children due to my drug addiction. In July 2010, I came into the Women's Life Recovery Program hurting, drugged out, and needed a grip on life. I felt the love and acceptance here and even gave my life to Christ. Somewhere along, I lost track of my recovery and relapsed November 10th of 2010. It took me 9 months to come back into the Women's Life Recovery Program. This time I came in for me, my right to live a free and loving life, which I deserve. I came in alone, hurting and in despair. Now I have a life partnership with God and will never be alone again. I now have 13 months clean and will be regaining custody of my 2 younger children. I have a good pastor, a church family, and a spiritual mentor now. Thank you, Women's Life Recovery Center, for allowing me another chance at a brighter future.
Good evening, everyone. Short people. My name is Lisa, and I was born and raised in Rockford, Illinois. And my father was a contractor in this area. Like most people, I started experiencing alcohol when I was in high school. My mother was very ill at the time, so I basically started to drink a little to kind of numb out those feelings because we knew her time was limited, and it basically devastated me. Shortly after she died in '81, I left Rockford and I stayed gone for 20 years. And during that 20 years, I was in a couple of different relationships that just went south because of abuse, physical, mental abuse, where I found myself reaching back for the effect of the numbness where I didn't have to feel. And eventually just took over my life, and I fell into the darkest pit that I could have ever fell in. After 20 years of being gone from Rockford, Illinois, I came back. And I tried several different ways and means to get sober, and nothing seemed to be working. And after my last fallen relationship, I was on the verge of a nervous breakdown, and I just couldn't control myself. And I drank myself into oblivion, basically. And I really didn't have any choices left. and I talked with my family and my cousin. And I stayed with my cousin for a couple of nights. And she had talked to me about the Rockford Rescue Mission. And I told her that was funny because the thought had already been in the back of my mind. And Lord and behold, that evening, when she came in from work, she had the application for me. I filled it out and I brought it down here immediately. I was called in about 3 days later, and I let the counselors know that I had no foundation left. I was just totally broken, and I needed God to replace my foundation so I could grow. And that's what the Rockford Rescue Mission done for me. It was a lot of hard work, but it was, I stayed dedicated. I stayed out of trouble, believe it or not, and I got through the mission and all the wonderful things that came with it. I learned computer skills. I learned people skills again. I learned communication skills again. And today, I came out in May, and as of the 14th of this month, I'll have a year clean and sober again. Thank you. Thank you. And I've worked all summer long. My first job out from the mission was working with the Muscular Dystrophy Association. When that job ended, I started to find winter work. And God and I have such a sense of humor that I was given 2 jobs, and so I had to decide which one did I want to take. And so the job I decided to take is a driving job, and I am blessed by getting our disadvantaged and children and high school children back and forth to their high school and or River Bluff for their special trainings and stuff that they receive. So God has steady blessed me, and my boss was supposed to go out with me the other day on a drive, and my phone rang when I got in from work, and it was the church, and sending their messengers to me because I was supposed to have been baptized in July. Well, I was sick from my own baptism, so God came calling last Wednesday, Thursday, and I was baptized on Sunday at Harvest Bible Church. So, thank you. So my life has really turned for the better, and God, I have grasped onto God like I've never grasped onto anything in my life, and He's brought nothing but good and gracious well-being to me. And hang in there, everyone, because it is possible. We can all fulfill our dream. And I am enrolled at Rock Valley College, so I will be going to school as well, and where I hope to achieve and gain my certified nursing assistant certificate. So I just want to thank everybody from the bottom of my heart. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm not that short. I'm Catherine, but everyone here knows me as Kat. Basically, my life was doomed from the minute I came out of the womb. Most of my childhood was full of abuse, neglect, all that fun stuff. At the age of 6, I was taken away from my biological family and placed into foster care until I was 12, then I got adopted. And I really thought that at that point my life was going to turn around, but it didn't. I developed an eating disorder, bulimia. I had that for 13 years. Upon entering high school, I started to experiment with drugs and alcohol. After graduating high school, I weighed only 100 pounds and was a full-blown addict. Things only got worse as I entered college. I started to use and abuse cocaine due to a hectic class schedule, along with many extracurricular activities. After an extremely traumatic event in October of 2010, I had enough. I attempted suicide, And after a variety of treatment facilities, I entered the Rockford Rescue Mission in May of 2011. The program here at the mission literally saved my life. I got taught the proper way to live life to the fullest without using drugs and alcohol. I would like to thank all the staff here at the mission, my wonderful support team, especially my spiritual mentor and her amazing family, my friends, and above most of all, my wonderful fiance. I couldn't have done any of this without their constant pulling and tugging and struggling with me. I'm stubborn, I learn hard, but I learn eventually. My goals are to continue my education in the hopes of developing my own practice. I have a psychology degree, and being the best mother and wife that I can possibly be.
My name's Aaron McFarland, and I'm a counselor in the Men's Life Recovery Program, and I'm here to introduce you to the men that are our current graduates. One thing I'd like to say about the men before I turn it over to them is, you know, when you come in this program, you're challenged to make some decisions. You're challenged to change. And these men have demonstrated that they have changed some areas in their life that can make them productive members in our society. They did a U-turn on themselves. And you know, it ain't easy to do that, but it takes commitment. They've been committed for the last 9 months to turn their lives around. Their lives have touched a lot of other people's lives out here. All of our lives touch each other. And I'm just so thankful for them to see their commitment. And with no further ado, I'm going to turn it over to them.
Hello, everyone. Pull out my dagger real quick. This place, you know, has really, this explains it right here. First, it rescued me. I'm recovered, and now I'm in restoration. My name's Chris Heading. Where I'm going to be reading from is from Ephesians chapter 4. And it says, starting at verse 22. It says that you put off concerning your former conduct the old man which grows corrupt, according to the deceitful lust, and be renewed in the spirit of your mind, and that you put on the new man, which was created according to God in true righteousness and holiness. And this place here at the Rockford Rescue Mission really shows restoration. You can see it being done outside. And the people here inside, though, and I'm one of them, this place has really restored me. Some of the accomplishments I have, I received my GED here. I would like to thank Miss Pitney and her family, Miss Pam, the counselors that work here, Lou Jean Batten, Aaron McFarland, Andre Hobbs, Chris Eldridge and his family, Bruce, everyone here. I just give all my thanks to you. I came from across the street in the county jail. I furloughed over here. And since then, you know, my life has been changing, and it's continuing to change. And now I'm calling myself an ambassador out of chains. This whole time I've been here, I've learned how to change my heart and to obey the word of the Lord. And that obedience is something else. Because I've been through a few storms, as we all do, and God sees you right through it. And, you know, I lost 3 people in my family since I've been here. But the only thing I could say to death is Jesus is alive. And you know, I just thank God and thank the Lord that for this place, for the Rockford Rescue Mission. And that's all I have. Thank you.